It's port day and we are in Hobart, Tasmania. We sailed out of Sydney, Australia to get here. And today we're going to show you Hobart, Tasmania by a walking tour. Now, what's pretty cool in Tasmania, they have a sculpture trail. And at various points of the trail, they have little plackets that talk about that particular point. We're going to show you that today. We're going to show you downtown. We're going to show you City Hall. We've got big plans to show you a lot today. So come on along to Hobart, Tasmania. We just got off the ship and we're going to check out the port area, see what that's all about. There's the Majestic Princess. That's Wellington Mountain right there in front of us. So we just went through a bag check for the see if we had any food or seeds or anything in our bag. Tasmania does not want any foreign foods, seeds, or anything that's foreign to their land, and they're pretty strict about it. So we're in the cruise port area, and there's these open markets. Keep in mind, it's Monday morning here in Tasmania. We're heading over to the city center, University of Tasmania. Little marina area right here in the center of town. And there is the Majestic Princess. This is Mawson Place. Looks like a rugby player from the old Sir Douglas Mawson. See what it says here. Mawson Place Dock, Constitution Dock. For you whiskey lovers out there, whiskey tastings and bottle sales. Lock Distillery. Here's Town Hall, Tasmania Town Hall. I'm gonna have to go in there and go to the boys' room, I think. It's a public building, right? It should be available. 1864. Let's check it out. Let's see if they have a public restroom. Automatic door. Check that out. Welcome. Wow, this is a nice town hall. Beautiful building. Oh, found the restroom. I haven't seen these since I was a little kid. It was a beautiful building, huh? That was nice. Very nice experience. The town hall is very, very nice. So they have a town hall and a city hall. We were just in the town hall. I thought it was maybe a city hall, but it's town hall. Down the street further, they got a city hall. Whoop. Elizabeth Lounge. All day breakfast and lunch on Collins Street. It's a little shopping area. Restaurants, internet cafe, Bangkok City food, Korean fried, and Wellington Walk. Yeah, it takes you indoors. This is the other part of the Wellington Walk, I guess, indoor shopping mall. So I just met this young man, Jim, and he told me about this river that runs all the way through the city, and we could go down underneath and walk the river all the way up to the brewery. And this is Jim. Right, Jim?
You park your car. All right.
He's making fun of the Boston accent. He's originally from New York. But he plays, what do you play over here? Drums?
I do the one-man band. Yeah.
The one-man band he does. And I just happened to sit on a bench and he was there and he was telling me where to go. And I think we're going to do that. But I don't think we're going to go under the river walk. We're going to go Collins Street. And that'll follow it, right?
Yeah, just follow it up to the very end. You'll come to a T-junction.
Yeah.
You cross the street and there's a parking lot. You go into that and there's a park. And
Okay.
There's benches and you walk through. And there's signs, information signs, everything.
And it'll
you
say...
walk up, you go by the little dam, and you wind up at the brewery.
What do you think? How long of a walk? How long of a walk? Hour?
You can take a casual walk anywhere from a half hour to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, nice carry. If you push it, you can move a bit quicker.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Thank you, Jim.
All right, take care. Have a good day, Mom.
Hey, you too. Take care. I'll come back and listen to you play.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So this is your whole band. You got your tambourine, guitar, and a drum. Is that a bass drum?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just don't throw any tomatoes at me, that's all.
I won't throw any tomatoes. It looks like you've been around playing for a while. So I'll come back and see you. Take care, Jim. All right, we got to go to Target and find out where Andrea is. I can't believe that. There's a river under this city that goes the full length of the city. And they used to use the river for tanneries and breweries, he said. I'm sure there was a lot of chemicals dumped in that thing at one time, huh? I'm just guessing. I don't know. That's not a fact. They've got shops, shopping everywhere. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool, actually. Say you're cruising for a long time, or even just cruising for 7 days and something, you broke something, or shoe blew out, or you can find it here in Hobart, that's for sure. Cafes.
That was called the Cat and Fiddle Arcade, which is actually a mall.
Really?
Yep.
Interest rates on homes. We're heading to Battery Park. Check this church out. St. David's Cathedral. Come on, you can do it. All right, woo! Okay, Franklin Wharf Restaurant. We're gonna replica ship over there. We'll check that out on the way back. Horse and carriage. Pretty cool. So this is the Salamanca Market. It's only open on Saturdays. Today is Monday, so it's not open. But what we're looking for is the Kelly stairs, which should be around here somewhere.
So this is Salamanca Place, where they find the largest outdoor market. But over here are a row of 1840 Georgian sandstone warehouses that have been converted into cafes, restaurants, bars, galleries, and boutique retail stores.
They got liquor here. We were in Europe, and some of the fountains were shut off because of a shortage of water. We're gonna head down here. I'm gonna try to get over to Kelly Steps. We are heading to Kelly Steps. Check it out. So from what I understand, these steps were carved out by James Kelly, a whaler. 1839 came up with the idea of building these steps to connect the two neighborhoods, Battery Point and Salamanca. That was the significance of the Kelly Steps. Jimmy, the one-man band, told me, he says, once you get over to that Salamanca neighborhood, you'll see all these homes that were built for workers. And today they're probably $1 million homes, he said. Yeah, Kelly Street. Isn't that crazy? Just to put like a middle-class worker, low-class, middle-class worker back in the day lived in these homes, and they're now multi-million-dollar homes. Isn't that crazy? Hey, progress. All right, we just came to the end of Kelly Street. You could see the water out there, and we're at Battery Point. And look at that view of Wellington Mountain. Look at these nice little shops. We're at one of Hobart's. Andrea is going to tell us what 313 represents.
313 is 313 ships that were constructed here and built at Battery Point, and then slid into this Derwent, I believe is the waterway that is here. And shipbuilding was the first type of enterprise of the new colony of the Van Dam land.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Andrea. So part of the 313 is a sculpture walk, and we're gonna go check out some sculptures. This is the path to go see the sculptures. There's a rat right there.
What?
There's a rat right there. Is he sleeping?
I don't know.
So there's a rat right there. I wonder if someone put here because they didn't want people. Is he moving? Oh, I thought I saw an ear move. That was a perfect shot. I think someone put it there so we wouldn't walk down through the right of way. This is the house right here across the street.
It said across the street, right?
That's it right there. That mansion right there. Cinder block. There it is, 1923. And the significance is this house used to own all the land, all this land around. It went all the way down to the water. And the city council tried to purchase the property from the owner, and the owner said no way, because the city council was trying to find a water source for the city, quite honestly. And eventually they did come up with an offer that the owner would take, and they subdivided this whole area into 26 house lots, and they created one right of way for the town for water access. That's the story of 1923. A.J. White Park, Hobart, Tasmania. The park was named in the memory of Sir Alfred White, who was a longtime resident of Battery Point and a president of Battery Point Progress Association. This park is rich with heritage. It was a site for numerous industrial activities such as building ships. We got a lot of history here in Hobart. These are all the different species of fish that can be caught at this recreational sea fishing.
Not necessarily. The ones with check marks
Oh.
are usually caught here. Others that don't, it tells you what you can do, what size, like if they have to be a certain size.
What's the green bag stand for? You can get money for them?
The green bag limit.
Oh, your bag limit. What
Yeah.
you can get. Ah.
Exactly. And then there's like a minimum size is in the blue square.
Wow.
And then a possession limit per house, I guess.
They have fishing regulations all the way over here in Tasmania. That's awesome.
And you don't need a license, it says.
What?
Sea fishing with a rod. Licenses are required for abalone, rock lobsters, set line, I don't know what that is, grab ball net, mullet net, and beach scene net fishing.
Check that out. License not required to go fishing. What a beautiful thing.
Except for those few things that I mentioned.
Yeah, of course. Of course. All right, let's move on. As we continue to walk the Battery Point Sculpture Trail, we ran into 628, and Andrea's going to tell us what it is.
All right, 628 is 628 nautical miles of the Sydney to Hobart racing. So that is every Boxing Day. There's fleets of different types of sailboats sail south towards here, and this is the route that they take, and it's 628 nautical miles.
All right, thank you, Andrea. Found another sculpture on our trail, and this one has Andrea in it. From 1833, this was a point where ships would come and dock at this point around that era in 1833, and they would come off the ships and they would go in all these buildings and have commerce. It was amazing. This place was hustling and bustling in the 1800s. There's Mount Wellington in the back, and Andrea wants to add something.
Oh no, I was just going to tell you that cargoes of timber, wheat, livestock, leather, rum, flour, pork salt, and muskets. And the sandstone, all these buildings are sandstone
Made by convicts.
from the shallow lake more than 200 million years ago, and quarried by convicts.
Yep,
You're right.
quarried
And the
by
chain
convicts.
gangs
Unbelievable.
chiseled into mellow golden cubes that were building blocks of the colonial Van Dam's land.
All right. 1833. Hustling, bustling. All right, let's go. We're going to go see if we can find another sculpture. We're heading back to the ship. A nice little crane right here. Antique crane right here in the port area. Look at that ship right there, huh? We're going in. I don't see. Oh, there we have some local marketeers. I didn't know if they had left or not, but they're still here. It's awesome. Pretty cool. We're gonna head back on the ship.